I want to introduce you about the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. And Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is located the center of Body Square. It is a historical place. And Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is inspired by Mark Lenin Mausoleum in Moscow. And Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum was built and located in was built around from 1973 to 1975, and fulfilling the richest Vietnamese people and government and all the people of Vietnam want to preserve and want to protect the Ho Chi Minh prison resident, and also want to the young generation can visit and can honor his contribute to our countries. And Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is an architecture marvel that embody both Soviet and Vietnamese influence. And the mausoleum stand 21 meter and 41 meter wide. So, and you can and inside Ho Chi Minh body preserved very strictly and have many soldier and many soldier stand beside the Ho Chi Minh body inside Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. And the structures of Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum using material soft from all the across the Vietnam symbolize the national unity. And so right now we go next to next spot. Today I want to tell you about Body Square. Body Square located in the Hùng Vương Street and Ba Đình District. And this Body Square cover around 2,000 people inside the Body Square. Many have Ho Chi Minh complex, Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, Ho Chi Minh Museum, and have many places inside the Body Square. And in front of the mausoleum in Body Square, you can see around 210 grass. And one more, so Body Square hold a crucial place in Vietnamese history. On 2nd September 1945, President Ho Chi Minh stood on this ground and reached a declaration of independence, making a birth of democratic Republic of Vietnam. And since then, the square has been valued for many political ceremony, many military paradise, and many important events of Vietnam. So let's do.
Okay.
Hi. So today so right now behind me the One Below Pagoda, and here the first time you arrive in Vietnam, you can see the currency in Vietnam. You know about 5,000 have an iconic One Below Pagoda in the 5,000. So that's why I want to give you more information about One Below Pagoda. And we should indicate the speed between from 1028 and 1054. During the dynasties, Emperor Lý Thái Tông erected One Below Pagoda. According to legend, Emperor Lý Thái Tông one have a dream in which the female be Buddha goddess Quan Âm Bồ-Tát invited him to a lotus seat. He made a decision to construct a holy palace instead of lotus flower. After explaining this told to a monk, Thiên Tuế. And during 1954, during a war, the One Below Pagoda is like demolished by work. So, but after that, we renovated this right into that right now. And one below pagoda is located on the campus of Park Behind Olympian Street, Hanoi. And to the right of pagoda is the Baring Square, and where we talked about before. So right now we finished the Ho Chi Minh complex, and we go to the next on Hanoi Water. Follow me. Hi, my name is Wang. What's your name? Yeah, and today I will say you about Ho Chi Minh Museum. Ho Chi Minh Museum also inside the Ho Chi Minh complex. And after the Ho Chi Minh passed away in 1969, and according to the wishes of people, Vietnamese people and government uh, decided to build a museum to honor and ceremony some historical stuff like about national hero and national historical. And so follow me to go inside the museum. Let's go. Ada artinya. Yeah. So when you go inside the museum, you can this have a three main part. The left side is something about in the world, like the world and the economies, and the middle is the career of Ho Chi Minh or the life of Ho Chi Minh, and the right side you can see or learn about history or something about related to Vietnam local people. And right now for me to go and explore the new thing about museum.
Rồi.
Hi, so right now I standing in the something about related in the world, and behind me are pictures related cloud face, and it's been like some in long time ago, some the most powerful countries like British or something some Arab country, because he is the first industrial revolution. So many country require and needs huge resources like oil, power to enrich the country. So but when they make rich and richer, but they didn't have and support any country to also together stronger and stronger. But they invaded or fight the weak country like Vietnam or some Southeast Asia, and that's why they have a cloud fame. Let us see to be a Hi, behind me the pictures and the right side, and the pictures are meeting and three triangle, and three triangles symbolize three parties in Vietnam, like Đông Dương Cộng sản Đảng, An Nam Cộng sản Đảng, và Đông Dương Cộng sản Liên đoàn. And after Ho Chi Minh returned to Vietnam, he led a party and unified three parties into one. And the left side of there is Paris, and some famous place in around the world is symbolize the ways and the life Ho Chi Minh saved our countries. And so, and right now you go to next spot. So behind me is here mental rotors. Beside us have a three iconic place in three main parts in Vietnam: North, Central, and the South Vietnam. And in the North we have a Ban Kiếm. It's like a turtle. And in center we have Thiên Mục of Pagoda. And the last one we have the south of Vietnam. We have Viet Thanh Market. It symbolizes the unify of three main spots. And also we want to Vietnam together and with one country, a strong country. And so right now we go to the next spot.
Hello everyone, we are standing in front of the Bạch Mã Temple, also known as White Horse Temple. This temple was built to honor the White Horse. It was thought to be an incarnation of a local river god. In the spring of 2010, the founder of the dynasty, the Khmer, relocated capital from Palu Olympic to Đại La, now it's Hanoi. After they settled in Hanoi, his laborers worked very hard a year and a half to construct a mighty citadel. But however, each time they direct the war, the marshy soil would give away. One day while the king was trading and he was praying, an apparition of a white horse appeared in front of him and marked off an area using its prints. The king understood that the horse was indicating a safe area to build the citadel, and actually he did. The fortress erected at the time remained standing. In gratitude, the king established Bạch Mã Temple, this temple to honor the white horse, which assisted the city. Yeah. We are standing in Hàng Ngang. This is the place where our President Ho Chi Minh stayed and wrote the Declaration of Independence. Originally, this hall was originally a silk shop owned by a wealthy and patriotic couple. Due to its very central and strategic location in Hanoi. It was chosen as the secret headquarters of the Central Committee of Vietnam, Communist Party of Vietnam. From August 25 to September 2nd, President Ho Chi Minh lived and worked there, mainly in the second floor. During his time here, he made major decisions about the future of Vietnam, and he drafted the declarations of independence leading to the birth of Democratic Republic of Vietnam on September 2nd, 1945. After August Revolution, the owner donated this house to the state, and then it was later turned into historical site. When there, you can explore on the first floor. You can explore a gallery displaying images, documents, and artifacts about Ho Chi Minh and the Vietnamese history of the Revolution. On the second floor, it's the historic room where Ho Chi Minh lived and worked there. Of the original artifacts like his death or his death typewriter and the reception table chairs are preserved exactly the same as they were in 1945. And finally, on the first floor is a traditional memorial room and dedicated room made for offering incense in memory of President Ho Chi Minh. Follow me to explore this floor. Hello, today I would like to introduce you about Cafe Jack. It's one of the most famous coffee shops at Hanoi. original place where FFP was created. The cafe was established in 1946 by William Zhang. So the cafe was named after him. He was the inventor of FFP. Later became the signature drink of his cafe. He came up with this idea during the French War. At that time, milk was scarce, so he used whisk egg yolk to replace milk. Fortunately, creates a very rich and creamy flavor. This unique recipe made Zack coffee famous and turned coffee into one of Hanoi's most iconic drinks. When drinking coffee cup, you need to be very dedicated. I will show you how to drink it. First, you put the spoon into the bottom of the cup so you can get both cafe and the mixture on the upper side. Second, so that you can have some harmony taste. Secondly, you drink it slowly to get both cafe and the mixture. And the third is you don't stir the mixture because when stirring it, you would put all the bubbles. You can't feel it put into your mouth. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Hello, I will talk about Ca Chu. Ca Chu is a traditional Vietnamese art form that combines singing, poetry, and music. It dates back to the 11th century, and it was originally performed in royal courts, temples, and later in scholar houses. A Ca Chu performance usually includes a female singer called Đào Nương, who sings while playing faggots, wooden clappers, and a musician playing the đàn đáy. Ca Chu is known for its refined melodies, poetic lyrics, and it was closely connected with Vietnamese scholars and intellectuals. Traditionally, Ca Chu was performed at village festivals or in ritual ceremonies to honor gods, pray for happiness, and encourage learning and hard work. Today, Ca Chu is facing the risk of extinction due to the aging generation of master artists. However, many efforts are being made to preserve this form of art. If you walk along the street, you will come to Hanoi's Old Father. It is a must-visit place when you come to Hanoi. It is an antique father, being inside of the very dynamic and modern city of Hanoi. Also, it is the represented internal soul of Hanoi. It would be a big surprise should you know that the Hanoi Father came into being the time King Lý Thái Tổ selected Thăng Long as the capital city of Vietnam. So this father have more than 1,000-year history. It became very lively in the 15th century. What makes them unique is that many of them remain in the very ancient architecture, and up to now it has been the oldest continuously developed area of Vietnam. Due to their long-lasting age, they are called old or touristic old streets. In the past, an artisan came to the capital for business. They gathered together to share resources of the streets were named after the crabs. So that individual street, most streets begin with the word hàng, it means good or merchandise, and after that is after the word hàng is the products sold at that street. For example, hàng hàng bạc, bạc means silver, so hàng bạc is silver street, so silver, or hàng mã means votive paper, so they sold votive paper there. Although the old section of Hanoi is often called 36 old streets, but there are more than 36 actual streets. Some research believe that the number 36 came from the 15th century when there might be have been 36 views location were workshop areas, not the streets. When the streets were later developed and the built were applied to the streets, in fact there are now more than 70 streets in the area. Although many of them, the street no longer sell the products, after which they were named, but some still sell. A wealthy trader family, and it perfectly reflects the lifestyle of traders who live, work, and run business in the same place. And well, you may notice the restaurant is very narrow, but it is long. And in Vietnam, we find house, which is typical in Hanoi, people want, and why the wide of the hall is so narrow, and that is because of in the past place was calculated based on the wide of the hall facing the street and not land, and they build narrow houses, but expanded them deep inside. You can see what the most important feature of this hall is inner corridor that allows natural light and fresh air enter the house and create a peace space in the middle of a busy commercial street. And in Vietnamese culture, this design reflects the spirit of harmony, music, and nature. The format also helps connect different generations living under one roof. And today house like this are rare, as many old buildings have been replaced by modern construction. This ancient house is preserved to remind us of an architectural and
traders, families, and traditions, all within a very limited space. Now we are standing at 28 Hamburg Street in front of One Day Temple as known as One Temple. You know, this temple is one of the most important Chinese style temples in Hanoi's old quarter and reflects the long history of Chinese migration, culture, and culture exchange in this area. You know, this temple is built in the 19th century during the period of many Chinese merchants settled in Hanoi. And you know, Hamburg was once a busy commercial area, especially for imported food and trading activities, which attracted traders from different regions. And well, one day, as known Rambo was the most general from ancient China during the Three Kingdoms period. He is admired for his loyalty, honesty, courage, and sense of justice. Because of these qualities, he became a symbol of moral integrity, especially in business. You know, in Vietnam, Huawei is not listed as a good war, but rather as a guardian of honest and righteousness. This is why many took honor and this people come here to pray. And the article of one day Campbell clearly shows Chinese influences. You may notice the red fire with thin line block and both strictly and curved roofs are designed to protect the temple from invisible breeze. And inside the temple, instant smoke created a calm and serene atmosphere, offering as some as fruit, flower, and incense represent reflect and gratitude rather than asking for material wealth. And even if today no people still visit this temple before important events such as opening a new shop, making business deals, exams, and a quick life decisions. And for many people, for many Vietnamese, visiting a temple is not about religion, but about finding talent, confidence, and peace of mind. Well, welcome to the Muslim market, which is last week and wholesale market in Hanoi. You know, market was built in 1889 during the Grand Colonial period. You know, originally it is designed with European architecture, but after a fire in the 1990s, it was restored. But after a fire in 1990, it was restored. But while still keeping the traditional style, you know, inside the market you can find almost everything: clothing, souvenir, housing goods, and food and local snacks. You know, for many people, the sun is not only a place for shopping, but it's also a place to experience real local life. And one of the sellers here is the wholesaler supplying goods in a small shop around the world. Now we can go on the Now we are standing at Vanting Lake, also known as Salt Lake, which is considered the heart and soul of Hanoi. For many local people, Vanting Lake is not just a tourist attraction, but a place deeply connected to history, identity, and daily life. And wow, the name Hoàn Kiếm Lake means return star. You know, according a famous Vietnamese legend, in the in the 15th century, King Lela received a magical sword from the golden turtle gold. With this sword, he defeated foreign invader and restored independence to Vietnam. After the victory, while the king was floating on this lake, ancient turtle appeared and asked him to return the sword to its rightful owner. And wow, the king returned the sword, peacefully symbolizing the end of war and the beginning of peace. Since then, the lake has represented harmony, independence, and national pride. And wow, in the middle of the lake, you can see Turtle Tower, built in the late 19th century. Although it's small and not often in the public, it has become one of the iconic images of Hanoi. And wow, the turtle in Vietnamese culture symbolize wisdom, longevity, and protection, which is why the tower holds deep spiritual meaning. And wow, around Hoàn Kiếm Lake, you can find several important landmarks. First, it is Ngọc Sơn Temple that's located. It is located on a small island and connected by a red wooden bridge. Second, the Peru Bridge is meaning morning sunshine bridge. And finally, the Colonial Air building showing French influence on Hanoi architecture. And wow, the structure reflects the layers of history that have shaped the city. Today, Hoàn Kiếm Lake is a public gathering space for people of old age. Early in the morning, locals come here to exercise, practice Tai Chi, dance, or walk around the lake. And in the evenings and on weekends, the area become a pedestrian zone filled with street performance, local food store, and family activities. And wow, this lake is where local people relax, socialize, and maintain the balance between busy city life and personal well-being. Okay. Next, we will talk about Vietnamese water factory. One of the most unique and traditional art form in Vietnam. This art form dates back over 1,000 years and oriented in the Red River Delta, where wet rice farming play a central role in daily life. For many people, water factory is not only entertainment but also a place for many people to tell stories about their history, belief, and rural lifestyle. In the past, water factory was performed by farmers after the rice harvest and during village festival. The village in the Red River Delta often has born and planted rice fields, which naturally become performance state. Instead of building a traditional state, villagers use water as the state, symbolizing life, fertility, and prosperity in agriculture. And over time, water factory evolved from a village activity into a recognized traditional performing art, supported by royal courts and later reserved by professional troops. And wow, the performance take place in a pool of water, usually about waist deep. The buckle is made of wood and converted by waterproof later. behind a bamboo skin, puppeteers stand in the water and control the puppet using long wooden roots and steam hidden beneath the surface. This requires great physical strength, coordination, and skill, as puppeteers cannot be seen by the audience. Water puppetry is always accompanied by a light traditional music. Instruments as drum, flute, and additional string instruments create rhythm and emotion for each team. Singer and musician also have explained the story, introduce characteristics, and add humor. The story often depicts rural village life, rice farming and fish, and traditional festival and folk tales and legends. And I think one of the most popular characters is the humorous figure who guide the audience through the performance. And today water puppetry is performed in theaters such as Thăng Long Water Puppet Theater in Hanoi. While the setting has become more modern, the traditional techniques, music, and story are still preserved, and personal performance are now an important part of Vietnamese culture, tourism, and are enjoyed by both local and international visitors. I think even you don't understand the language, you can still enjoy water puppetry through moment, music, and visual storytelling.